Welcome to episode 10 of A Sigh of Wholeness. Let's breathe it in together. I've brought you here to one of my most favorite places in Fayal. Because today is a special day for me. I celebrate 1 year since I came here after 11 years. And this island started inviting me, started whispering to me, started getting into my cells and into my bones and saying, come, come. This is the place for you now. I am here now to receive you. And so this beautiful love story that I have with this island started 1 year ago. Actually started 12 years ago, but more strongly 1 year ago. And the theme I'd like to explore today is Soulness versus Beingness, because that's what brought me here, really. Soon enough, Soul Songs 2 will be out, and in it I share in much more detail the transition I went throughout to 2024, actually starting in 2023, then 2024, 2025. And it was precisely a transformation from soul-based incarnation to an oversoul-based incarnation. So that's what I call beingness. And this is something I knew nothing about, never really heard was a thing or a possibility before it actually happened to me, or with me, or within me, or whatever. It's even hard to put in words. Anyway, the differences are tremendous, I would say, because when I was living in this symbiosis, this merge as Aila, the humanness experiencing itself from the soul's perspective, I had some commitments and some contracts and some missions that needed to be accomplished because they were part of why I came into this lifetime, basically, of why, as a soul, I chose to be here on earth this time as Tanya. And so throughout my life, those commitments found their way of being fulfilled, and everything went according to plan in the vast sense, because of course there are many variables that only are known and happen in the moment they happen. It's not like we're fully predetermined when we incarnate, but a lot of the guidelines are in place, a lot of what is to be experienced, and especially the purpose, is in place. And so when in 2024 it became clear, especially to the humanness, that whatever needed to be accomplished was, and I say especially to the humanness because that's the part that was experiencing pain. the soul realized that yes, it is done. And so at that point, there could have been death. There could have been departure. But somehow, the human remained here. The body remained here. However, there was this sense of losing the soul. Because all of a sudden there was nothing. No purpose, nothing to accomplish, no mission, no commitment. Nothing, not even knowing whether I would be there the following morning. A complete void, a complete desert, a complete nothing. And I, as many of you know, stayed in retreat from the world for about 6 months. So I wasn't in communication with anyone. I left everything, all of my projects, everything I had created, until February 2025, when something finally started to emerge. And it was not like before. Nothing was like before. There was no attachment to identity at all. And funnily enough, even though before there wasn't either, there was the identity of the soul, so to speak. Now there was everything new. A discovery. A beingness emerging that was here simply and absolutely with no purpose at all, but to experience pure grace in human form. And through that, everything that can only be lived on this planet in human form within the frequency of grace. So no longer experiencing duality in the same way, conflicting purposes, and a whole new range of taste, of perspective, of discovery. And so, since I have been constantly discovering a new person, a new life, a new way of relating to the world, to people, to places, to situations, a new way of manifesting, a completely new flow of beingness that requires nothing from the humanness other than availability, openness to be here now and receive in each breath, in each moment, the wholeness of beingness in form. And without putting any more words to this, I'm just sharing for the pleasure and joy of celebrating that this too is possible, that this too is something to experience here on earth, with no sense of limitation, with a sense of knowing oneself to be really, completely and absolutely free. With love so boundless, it even escapes definition. With gratitude at all times, in every single breath. And this is what I am here for now, to experience, to share, to enjoy, to play with. Thank you for playing with me, for being here too. See you next time.